How do you manage your dependencies? How do you know that there is a newer version of something, of a dependency? When do you update your dependencies? Is it when you discover that a dependency is not supported anymore? Is it when it stops working? Or maybe when security scanning tells you that there is a breach? More importantly, do you do it manually? Do you go from one dependency to another and then check it out and update occasionally, eventually? Or do you have some sort of automation? How about having a system that will create pull requests with updates to all your dependencies? And then you can pick and choose whether you want to upgrade all of them or some of them. It's up to you. Or maybe, if you're brave, you don't even want pull requests, but you want your dependencies to be pushed directly to the main line. That's the subject of this video. Let's see how we can do that with Renovate. Let's take a look at the simple project, what I have over there. And I don't have much. I have Go files, I have Docker file for container images, for building container images, and I have K's directory where I have my Kubernetes manifests. It's as simple as it can get. Now that Go code might have some dependencies which might be up to date, or maybe they're not. Docker file might have some dependencies as well, and my Kubernetes manifests might have them as well. So let's see whether I can get up to date with all the dependencies I have in that tiny project. I will use Renovate for just that purpose. I'm already signed up. You should sign up if you haven't already. And I'm going to go straight into selecting repositories that I want Renovate to manage for me. And the repository in question, the one that has the files that I showed, is called Renovate 2. So I'm going to select it and click the save button, and that's about it. That's all I have to do until Renovate kicks in and let me choose what I really want to upgrade and what I don't. So clicking the save button and relaxing. And while I'm relaxing, you should know that you should subscribe and you should join the channel. It's the price of a coffee, and you should like this video because it's awesome, right? And look at that, I got an email. Let's see what's inside that email. And it comes from Renovate telling me, hey, you have a new repository that I'm monitoring for you. Here are the things that you can do with it. Here are the things that will happen, and so on and so forth. It's an introductory email. You should read it. I already read it, so I'm going to move on. And by moving on, I mean click on that link with the address of the pull request that Renovate created for us. I mean, this email itself is the contents of the pull request. So let's go to the PR and see what we got there. Essentially, what it says, hey, you have two types of detected package files. One is Docker file, another is Go mode. That's where dependencies for Go language are stored. It would work with other languages. So think of this as an example. You don't have to use Go with Renovate. It works with almost anything. Suspiciously, it did not do or detect my Kubernetes manifests, but we are going to get to that later. So let's take a look at the files that were changed with this pull request. And there is actually only one file, renovate.json, and it's as simple as it can get. It just says that it should start using Renovate and it should extend the base config. We can tweak it, and I will show you tips and tricks about tweaking it later, but this is what comes by default. And most of us need default settings. That's one of the beauties of Renovate. It just works out of the box, and expert users or next ninjas can tweak it to their own desires, but out of the box works pretty well. So for many of us, there is no need to change anything. So let me merge that pull request and let the games begin. Let's see what I'll get. A few moments later, I got a new issue. Now, this is not the same as other issues that you're opening in GitHub. It's not something that you close and then open a new issue. Think of this as a dashboard, right? So this issue should be open all the time, and Renovate will update that issue by giving you the summary of all the other updates, of all the other pull requests that it will create for us. And as a matter of fact, there are already 2 pull requests. You probably guessed that from the very beginning. One is for the Go modules, the Go libraries, and another one is for Dockerfile. So the first pull request I will open is the one about Dockerfile, and I can see the summary and all the information I might need and so on and so forth. It's very informative. That's the part I like. And I will skip all that because I'm already familiar with Renovate, and I will go straight to the files that were changed, and we can see that it changed the base image. My Docker file was using Golang 1.17 and the current version is 1.18, and it just changed the Docker file, and all I have to do is accept that pull request to merge it to the main line, and then whichever processes I have, automation I have in my repository, you know, pipelines, Tecton or Argo CD or whatever I might be using, will kick in and build a new image in this case because Dockerfile changed, and I will live happily ever after until the next change, right? And the second pull request is about Go dependencies, and the process is still the same. I have all the summary of all the changes in the pull request description. I have release notes and so on and so forth. I will skip that as well and go straight to the files that were changed. It changed only one dependency, but let's see whether that's really the case. And when I go to the differences between before and now, or now and then, and so on and so forth. And look at that. It's not a simple change of a dependency. I mean, it did change one of those dependencies, but that dependency has other sub-dependencies, so it changed all of them. It did it intelligently, understanding that there are dependencies of dependencies and so on and so forth. So it changed Go mod, which contains the main dependencies, and it changed Go sum, that contains all the hashes of all the specific dependencies and dependencies of dependencies and so on and so forth. So it changed everything intelligently, not just blindly one of the dependencies. So let me merge that pull request as well and go back to my terminal. I have one more issue I need to fix. I need to figure out how I will deal with my Kubernetes dependencies in Kubernetes manifests. But before I do that, let me pull the latest version of my repository, because Renovate just created pull requests and I merged them and so on and so forth. And I can see that now I have the latest version of my Docker file and Go mod and Go sum, and I can deal with Kubernetes. Now you might be thinking, hey, how come that Renovate detected that I have Dockerfile and that I have Go dependencies, but it did not figure out that there are some Kubernetes manifests? Why should I have to tell Renovate specifically that there are Kubernetes manifests? And the answer is relatively simple. Kubernetes manifests can be almost anything, and they can be almost anywhere, and it would be a bit of waste for Renovate to scan the whole repository for all YAML files, and it doesn't have to be even YAML, and figure it out. So that would be a lot of waste, and I will have to help Renovate by telling it, hey, this specific directory contains Kubernetes manifests. And that's precisely what I'm going to do. So I'm going to add a new section, Kubernetes, and I'm going to tell it, hey, the file match is the Kubernetes directory and all the YAML files inside of that directory. I'm going to save the file and push it back to GitHub. And then I wait for a few moments, and then I can go back to that issue, the dashboard that is stored in an issue, and we can see the dashboard changed. Now it says, hey, all the dependencies you had before, they're fixed, but now you have an issue in one of your Kubernetes manifests. To be more precise, it detected that the tag of the image that I use is not the latest. And all I have to do is click that link that will take me to the pull request, and inside of that pull request I have the summary and all the information about what's happening, and I can go to the changes of the files to file changes and see the details of what Renovate suggests I should do. And the suggestion is relatively straightforward. Hey, the image was this, now it should be that. If you merge this pull request, you will get the latest tag of the image that you're using in that Kubernetes deployment manifest. So I trust Renovate. I'm just going to merge that pull request and that should be it. But there is a potential issue, a potential deficiency in what Renovate does, or the scope of what Renovate does, and I can demonstrate that in one of the files of my Kubernetes manifest. So let me output HPA YAML. Now, if you're not familiar, if you're not expert in Kubernetes, you might say, hey, this looks okay, but it doesn't, because this horizontal pod autoscaler is using an old version of the API, v2 beta 1, and we have v2 right now. We should be using v2, the stable production ready, instead of beta that I'm using myself. And I hoped that Renovate would detect that as a dependency as well, and that it would suggest that I should change the API version of that specific Kubernetes resource. But unfortunately, that's not within the scope of Renovate. It is not really managing Kubernetes dependencies beyond images themselves. Now, I might be asking, hey, does that count as a dependency? Are Kubernetes versions of Kubernetes resources something that Renovate should manage or no? I mean, Go libraries that it manages are third-party libraries, and HPA is a third-party as well, in a way. So it could be part of the scope, or I'm not sure. Anyways, it would be really, really nice if Renovate would expand its scope beyond what it's doing right now. And it's doing a lot, so I'm not really complaining. I'm just seeing opportunity to go beyond, and that could be versions of Kubernetes resources. It could be versions of Kubernetes clusters available in AWS or Azure. It could be versions of operating systems if you're using VMs and so on and so forth. So there is a lot of room for growth. Now, if what you get out of the box is not enough, just as in my case it wasn't enough, I had to add Kubernetes, the directory that Renovate should monitor for my Kubernetes resources, and you can extend it much further. If you go to the configuration options, you can see all the available permutations that you can add to your renovate.json file and extend or fine-tune what it does. Also, if you go to Renovate platforms, we can see that it supports Azure, Bitbucket, Gitea, GitHub, and GitLab. Essentially, all the commonly used Git solutions or Git platforms are there. And then we have managers, and this is a bit confusing. For example, if you look at Docker, we can see that there is Ansible. I mean, is it Docker really? Docker Compose, okay. Dockerfile makes sense. Drone CI, how is that Docker? GitLab CI, again, Kubernetes. So it's a bit confusing how Renovate organizes supported managers, but what does matter is that almost everything that you might be using, almost all the different manifests that you use to define stuff are there. And finally, we have data sources. Data sources are important if you want to be specific and tell Renovate how to find the versions that it should look for and what are the rules, what are the filters, and so on and so forth. So data sources allow us to fine-tune how Renovate picks and chooses what should be the updates to our dependencies. And finally, we have languages that it supports. There is, I mean, they're not really languages, but Bazel, Docker, Golang, Java, JavaScript, Node.js, Nugget, PHP, Python, and Ruby. Now, unless you're using Rust, you should be covered. And even if you're not covered out of the box, you can extend Renovate, create your own rules, tell Renovate how to deal with something that is not supported out of the box. And finally, there is a very, very important question. How much does it cost? How much do you need to pay to use Renovate? And the news are really good. Good news. If you're an open source project, it's free completely. If you use GitHub, it's free as well. If it's self-hosted, then it's still free. You need to get a license for self-hosted. I'm not using self-hosted part, so I'm not really sure what does it mean to get license for free, but it should be free, I'm guessing. Anyways, the price is as good as it can get, zero. Now let's talk about Renovate. What are the good things? What are the bad things? Whether you should use it. And TLDR, it's absolutely amazing. It's fantastic. There is only one negative thing, and that's the scope. I think that Renovate could go much further than it is right now. I can see Renovate in the future managing API versions of my Kubernetes manifests, managing Kubernetes versions themselves, managing versions of operating systems, and so on and so forth. It can go further than it already is. It could theoretically, potentially manage any types of upgrades that you might need to do on any type of resources. And if Renovate continues growing, that's probably what we're going to see in not so far future. I hope, at least. So this negative thing is not really negative. It's room for improvement or room for increase of the scope. On the positive side, it works. It just works. It works out of the box. You say, hey, I want you to manage this repository, and in most cases it will do the right thing without me doing anything. And if it's not doing exactly what I want, I can easily extend it through Renovate JSON. I can fine-tune what it does. So it works out of the box. It just works, and the default behavior is what really works for majority of people. It is highly configurable, and the price is just right. 0. Now, before I leave, let me give you a very, very, very important note. Do not rely only on Renovate. Renovate will not enable you to merge pull requests to the main line whenever there is an upgrade. You still need to have pipelines that will test those changes, that will assure that everything works. So Renovate complements your automation. It makes sure that you have pull requests with upgrades to your dependencies or whatever else it is managing. It is not replacing your automation. So make sure that you're testing your upgrades before you actually apply them to production. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Cheers.